Kia ora, my name is Arun Jacob and I'm your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor. In this video, I will provide an overview of how we can migrate to New Zealand by making an investment here in New Zealand. The government of New Zealand has devised a policy whereby we try to attract people with significant financial capability to make an investment into our local firms or into the government to contribute your capital to our growth. And in return, the government provides a pathway towards resident visas. The government has further categorized this investor category into investor one category and investor two category. In the investor one category, there is a requirement for the applicant to make a contribution or a financial investment of 10 million New Zealand dollars into an acceptable investment. And this acceptable investment could be government bonds or into other kinds of investment which will be deemed acceptable by the immigration department. For anybody who is coming under the investor one category, there are no restrictions on age, there are no restrictions on business experience, nor are there any restrictions on English. So essentially, it is a very, very good pathway for anybody who has got access to $10 million of legitimate funds, which means they are able to prove that they legitimately own these funds. Then it is pretty much a reasonably straightforward path for you to be able to move to New Zealand and make a residence in this beautiful country, which is possibly one of the most beautiful as well as one of the most welcoming societies on earth. So yes, if you have the money to invest $10 million, it is a reasonably straightforward path, and we at AGV Services can help you with all the paperwork and all the advice you need to be able to move to New Zealand as an investor migrant. Now, in the investor two category, this is a bit more complicated than the investor one category, and thus the government is looking at anybody who can make an investment of $1.5 million into New Zealand. But then you will have to meet health and character requirements. You also have to meet English language requirements. You also have to meet age requirements, and you also have to meet business experience requirements. And of course, you have to meet the investment funds requirement. The health and character requirements are applicable to the investor one category as well. But as you would have noticed, the requirements for the investor two category are a bit more as compared to the investor one category. But there is a significantly lesser amount of money as compared to the investor one category, which you have to invest in the investor two category. So in investor one, it is 10 million New Zealand dollars, and investor two, the investment is $1.5 million, but the process is much more complicated as compared to the investor one category. We at AGV Services, we are adept, we are experienced in creating these pathways for you. So if you're an individual or a family with access to significant funds and you would like to make New Zealand your new home, contact my team and myself, and we would absolutely be delighted to work with you and create an investor migration pathway for you and your family. Thank you for watching this video, and your next step would be to contact us through the means that we have mentioned on our website. And once we receive your inquiry, we will take it forward one step at a time and ensure that you come into New Zealand and contribute your money and finance towards the growth of New Zealand. And in return, we will offer you one of the best lifestyles and possibly the best future and ambience for your family as well. Kia ora, and we look forward to welcoming you into New Zealand.